Anyone else literally forcing themselves to get to work since the alternative is homelessness? Sometimes I feel like this can't be healthy. Internally coaching myself to stay at my desk and not run out with some excuse or quit. The mental anguish. Thinking about having to get through the entire week. Forcing myself to be at this place for 8 hours straight every day. Of course, I don't expect to get money for nothing. I do enjoy working to a degree, just not for 8 hours of the main part of my day 5 days a week. 6 hours would be so much more doable. Leave me time to cook dinner, straighten up the house, and still have a few hours to myself. But who can afford to live off part-time hours? It's the full-time rat race that's killing me. Having every minute accounted for before and after work to get everything I need done. Working out, showering, prepping lunch, cooking a fresh and healthy dinner, getting a decent amount of sleep. Where do I fit in what I want to do? Friday nights I'm so exhausted from the week that night is shot. Sunday I have my housework, yard work, chores and errands. Prepping for the upcoming week. Saturday one day. I get one full day to myself. Hopefully there's not a baby shower, relative or friend's birthday, wedding, etc., etc. My life revolves around work, and I can't handle this for the next 30 years. I feel this post in the deepest parts of my soul. I'm working 2 full-time jobs and trying to stay sane enough to maintain my relationship with the wife and kid. Yup, often pass the homeless begging and wonder how many paychecks I would have to miss to be them. I can't do it for another 20 years. I am figuring out how to semi-retire and then just do whatever after 40. The retirement light at the end of the tunnel helps get me there every day. It took about 2 years of financial education to start a plan to be out of work. Last Friday I was about an hour into my workday when I got a call from the sheriff's department saying my camper had been broken into and I needed to come into the office immediately since there were firearms missing. I was legitimately relieved to be able to take off work early because getting robbed was better than one more day at work. That ain't right. That's the best part of a 9-5 job. Getting off work. Making it home at 6, then door dashing from 6:30 to 9 so I can afford food. Yup. Every single day. And I even work for a great company where I'm treated like a human. I still get this gnawing feeling like I'm wasting my life, and I constantly ask myself how my parents did this for 30-40 years. It's crushing and I hate it. I just want to chill and enjoy my life. Not enrich some asshat that I'll never meet. Almost everyone that is not a bootlicker feels that way. They've built this into the system. The choice offered by capitalism is whether to enrich someone with your labor or die. The rich have all the money, pay none of the taxes. The middle class pays all of the taxes, has some of the money. The poor are just there to scare the shit out of the middle class. Keep them showing up at those jobs. George Carlin almost certainly paraphrased. I'm going to be honest, if I didn't have a wife and kids, I would say fuck it, and live in a tent. I'm pushing 50 and I feel like I sold my time to be left with nothing. My life is over. What can I accomplish now? I'm healthy but tired and spent for creativity. I've been looking for a new job for 2 years. I'm trapped. No one hires old women. I really just want a quick death at this point. Am I really supposed to do this for 20 more years? Yeah. It's hard to get out of bed most mornings. It's not just you. Maybe if they allowed us to do what the fuck we wanted after the work was done, it would be a different story. Like today. I'm pretty much done with all the work we have. But can I do so much as read a book without being told to get back to work, or even worse, to look busy? No, I can't. And what does looking busy do for the company anyway? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Fucking bullshit. Yeah. You're describing everyone. Well, every member of the working class. Welcome to capitalism, my friend. This is mostly everyone at any job. But I will say, ever since the move to work, remote life has been 100x less stressful and more fulfilling. I can sleep until 8 or 9, go to the gym during the day, spend time with my dog, do chores around the house, make healthy meal options, and then at 5 just close the laptop and I'm already home and have the rest of the day to do whatever without feeling like I need to rush to do it before starting the day. Again, I know not everyone has this luxury, so I'm really grateful. But it's pretty much changed my life and I never plan on going to an office again. I'm in my late 20s. And I feel this far too often. Worst part about it is that most of my friends, siblings, and parents already have found their success stability. And there's absolutely zero empathy for me in my own situation. You haven't succeeded yet? Well, did you try working harder? Blue. If health insurance wasn't tied to employment, the game is rigged. Next time your Amazon rates go up, internally celebrate the owner owns one of the world's largest yachts that has a second yacht for all his shit. Yeah, that's the point. It used to be work to make a living for yourself. Now it's just work to live. Why else do you think billions of people go to work every day? Because we enjoy the rush hour and bad coffee? This is also me. And everyone around me. No one at 4 years was running around the house saying they wanted to work in a governmental job. Keeping systems functional, not a single person. But it is not physically intensive. They have a gym here that I use most days. And the pay is good. This is the lesser of two evils. That's literally all of us. All of us who have to work for a living and aren't rich though. And it absolutely isn't healthy. Companies said work-life balance? Nah, just work. Lol. I hate it here. Yes. My alternative is living with my parents, but I'm in my 40s and that would suck. I'm 51 now. Eventually it becomes part of your day-to-day trauma. It is what we need to do to live in relative comfort. Having experienced it too often. Being unemployed is even more soul-destroying, to be honest. This is life. It would be bearable if there was the hope of a comfortable retirement one day. But that is only for the hyper-rich nowadays. Funny how workers started to push back and get some traction for some amount of fair change. And suddenly inflation from supply chain issues happens. And we took 3 steps backwards. From what economists told Congress directly, half of current inflation is gouging by large corporations. I have 9 more $4,500 house payments and I'm mortgage-free and clear of all debts. I could work enjoyable lesser-paying jobs to cover taxes after that point rather than this increasingly frustrating job I have in IT. Every year it gets more soul-crushing. When it used to be a decent gig. Doesn't matter where you work anymore, it's always the same bullshit corporate shit jargon. Yep. If I didn't have my music podcasts at work and then booze to come home to, I'd have smilingly walked into traffic years ago. You aren't working 8 hours a day. The time to get ready and drive there and back and have a lunch takes up way more than 8 hours. A lot don't pay for lunch, so you are there from 8-5. That's 9 hours. With your 1 hour unpaid lunch. Then you need to get there and back. You are doing things for work like 10 hours a day. This will go on until people revolt, refuse to be abused, and refuse to go hungry or be displaced by any means necessitated. Like it or not, until people truly fight back, the status quo will continue.